What is going on, Flex Zone family? It's your boy, God's favorite host, the host with the moist back here on the Flex Zone podcast. Only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. And I'm back again, Birdland, with another Baltimore Orioles video. And it's good news, baby. We are on fire, much like the weather outside. The Baltimore Orioles are winners of 8 in a row for the first time in over 5 years. I'm going to break down what this all means. And do the Orioles have a legit shot as we sit here today, heading into the AllStar break with a few more games, to actually make the playoffs as they are in wildcard contention? Who would have thought it? But first and foremost, hit that like button. Let me know what you think about the Baltimore Orioles down below in the comment section. And if they will make the playoffs, hit that bell for all notifications. And of course, subscribe to the Flex Zone family. Join the family. It's free in a world where everything's going up. We stay the same and bring the hottest sports content in all the web. Again, the Flex Zone podcast, only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. Let's get right into it. Now, when we look at the Baltimore Orioles this season coming in, you've probably seen my videos before if you're watching this one. I've even did a video recently saying, is the season over already? And this was probably about a month and a half ago. My, how times have changed. Like I said, I would have been happy to start the season with a 60 to 65 win pace, probably winning around 60 to 65 games, losing about 100 games. I would have been okay with maybe another top 3 draft pick. Didn't think they would be the worst team in the league, actually. Thought they'd be bottom 3, but not worst. This team is on fire. Got to give a shout out to Mike Elias. Got to give a shout out to management, Sig Mejdal. Got to give a shout out to Brandon Hyder. Doing a hell of a job, a fantastic job. He's finally getting his just due to show he's a capable MLB manager. And ironically, he's going back to Chicago for a 2-game series starting tonight and tomorrow against the Cubs, a team he coached with and won a World Series with. So you know he's bringing in his red hot roster. He wants to beat up on the team he used to coach for and won a World Series with and show why he is a manager that should be in Birdland, in my opinion, for the foreseeable future. And you got to think a lot of help is still on the way for this team down in the minor leagues. And I know the trade deadline is coming up. I don't know what they're going to do a month from now, as the trade deadline is August 2nd. But I think if the Orioles can stay in this type of contention, 3.5, 2.5 games back, which they are now, 1 game back even, and hovering around 500, which they're doing now, I wouldn't trade anybody at the trade deadline unless I'm getting back a ridiculous haul of minor league prospects that are either ready to play right now or pretty much are going to be coming up either the end of this season in September or early breaking camp and spring training with this team going into 2023. Now, the Orioles are headed to Chicago, as I said, winners 8 in a row. The Orioles have done it in every type of way. They've won it in games where they've torn the cover off the ball. They've done it in pitchers' duels. They've done it in the 2-1 one-run ball games. They've done it in games where they've given up the lead, given up go-ahead home runs, and they've come back in the 7th, 8th, and 9th and got winning baseball. This bullpen has been unbelievable. Keegan Aiken, Felix Bautista, Jorge Lopez, shout out to him. He is the lone Orioles All-Star. If you bet on that, I need to get some lottery ticket numbers from you, and I need a psychic reading because I need you to help me out with some things. But shout out to him. He will be in the All-Star game for the Orioles, representing them as well. I'm excited to see what happens in the second half of the season. Could Jorge Lopez be traded? I don't know. He could be a big get. You could get 2 minor league prospects that are decent for a closer of his caliber. You know some playoff team is going to need late in bullpen help, especially when you get in the playoffs and it's basically after the 5th inning of bullpen game. I'm excited though. The Orioles are getting ready to head into the All-Star break. They have 2 games tonight and tomorrow against the Cubs. Then they come back against the Rays, who just lost Wander Franco, their shortstop, next week after the All-Star break in Tampa. Then the Yankees come to town starting July 22nd for a 3-game weekend series. And that'll be interesting as the Yankees are world beaters right now with 61 wins as of today, running away with the AL East. But if the Orioles can maintain this pace, I think they'll win the next 2 games in Chicago. Chicago isn't very good. They're 34-52. The Orioles 1 game under 500 at 43-44 have a chance to not only get to 500 but get over 500 heading into the All-Star break. Brandon Hyde doing well against his former team, the Cubs, and heading into the All-Star break with Mr. Momentum, winners of potentially double-digit games, 10 games in a row, and the hottest team in the major leagues. Now, if I look at the standings, the wild card wise, with the AL, you have the Red Sox right now 2 games up, and the Rays a game and a half up. Then you have Seattle, who's also red hot, Toronto, Cleveland Guardians, and the Orioles with the Rangers, White Sox kind of in the hunt as well. Do I think the Orioles can leapfrog the Guardians? Possibly. Do I think the Orioles can leapfrog Toronto, Seattle, and then get in there with Tampa and Boston? It's going to be tough. So the Orioles are looking at 2 games out of the second wild card spot right now. And I don't know. Boston's getting Chris Sale back. Tampa lost Wander Franco. Seattle's hot right now. Toronto is Toronto. People thought they could make a World Series run this year. The Guardians are pretty much around 500. So I think the Orioles could leapfrog a team like the Guardians, a team like Seattle, and it could be right there with Toronto possibly. Who knows? But we have to see what happens the next month of the season if the Orioles continue to play winning baseball and they don't trade away too many pieces and they get some more minor league help coming up and they stay predominantly healthy and they believe in the mood in the locker room is good and people are believing, hey, we have a legit shot to make a run, play 500 or better baseball, and maybe be in playoff contention. Let me know, Flex Zone family. Do the Orioles make the playoffs? Right now, if I had to answer, I would say no, just because you have to pretty much leapfrog 4 or 5 teams just to be in contention. And I think the Orioles will probably make some trades during the deadline. I don't know if Mancini will be moved. I don't know if Santander will be moved. Jorge Lopez, could Batista, could Keegan Aiken. Could we see some others possibly moved as well? I don't know, but they have stuck to their process. The Orioles have. They've trusted the process. They have the number 1 pick coming up this weekend in the draft, which I'll talk about as well. Let me know who you guys want, Drew Jones or someone else. I like Drew Jones, but the Orioles don't spend a lot of money on the number 1 pick. But we'll see what happens. I'll do a video on that coming up as well. But God's favorite host here, letting you know the Orioles are playing winning baseball, longest win streak in over 5 years. Like I said, I don't know if they'll make the playoffs just because of the amount of teams they have to leapfrog, but the rebuild, the process is working out. Patience, patience, patience. It's an oven, not a microwave process. And the Orioles are doing a hell of a job. As I mentioned, 2 game series. Jordan Lyles takes the mound tonight. He will be pitching in Chicago. Then they have a game tomorrow. And then they have the AllStar Break off. Again, congratulations to Jorge Lopez, the lone Orioles All-Star. Well deserved. Shout out to that bullpen, which has been top notch. Batista, Aiken, and others as well. The offense is doing what they need to do. Adley Rutschman is starting to come into his own. Santander, it might be the team MVP. Hayes, Mountcastle doing what they do in that lineup. They have a legit major league lineup. It's not a minor league lineup anymore with Mullins at the top, Hayes, Mountcastle, Santander, Rutschman. Ooh, Mancini. They got a lot of guys who can hit the baseball. And as I said, more help is coming up in the second half of the season, possibly more pitching help as well. And Jordan Lyles has done a hell of a job. We could see Matt Harvey. We could see others show up in Birdland. But let me know down below in the comments if the Orioles will make the playoffs. 2 games currently out of the wild card, 1 game under 500. I'm excited. The rebuild is going in the right direction. And I think heading into 2023, the Orioles could legitimately be a potential playoff contender if all things go well. They make a couple tweaks to the roster, more help comes up, and they're healthy. And I like Brandon Hyde, what he's doing. I think he's the right man for the job, and I'm glad they're giving him time to take his bumps, but also improve with his team and actually have that job security and play winning baseball as he has experienced winning a World Series with the Cubs, who he'll play tonight. But as I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What is the Orioles' second half of the season going to look like? I think they win the next 2 games to Chicago, get a 10-game winning streak, double-digit wins, perfect 10 heading into the All-Star break. Then they have Tampa and the Yankees, and we'll see just how good this team really is as AL competition heats back up after the All-Star game. Like I said, I'll do a video soon on the Orioles' number 1 pick, what they should do, what they will do. We shall see. Let me know in the comments what you want to see them do with that and who you would take at number 1. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. God's favorite host, the host with the moist. Hit that like button, hit that bell for notifications, and hit that subscribe button. Only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. The Flex On Podcast, God's favorite host, the host with the moist. We are the head of the sports podcast table. Acknowledge us. Let me know your thoughts on the Orioles. I'm excited. Birdland, the baby birds are turning into a legit MLB team. I'm out of here until next time, y'all. Peace. Go O's.